In the sixth episode of Lovely Runner, Imsol accidentally runs into Tae-sung's girlfriend, while Sungjae is on a mission to find her, concerned that she might be getting bullied. Afterwards, we discover that Sol had actually granted Sunjae's wish even before he had the chance to ask. There was a rumor circulating in school that Tae-sung had chosen a girl at random to go on a date with, just to get rid of another girl who had been constantly following him, and so, true to her fiery nature, Sol confronts him and breaks up with him on the spot. However, it's evident that Ta Sung is genuinely hurt by the situation. Then, the episode goes back to where episode 5 ended. Imsol is taken aback when she realizes that Sunjae has developed feelings for her, causing her to feel extremely nervous and hastily leave the situation. She is utterly confused, unable to grasp the idea that someone as amazing as Sunjae could be attracted to her. Afterwards, she unexpectedly encounters Sungjae as they start arguing about the bottle of Majoli. Sol's brother Imgwem surprises everyone by delivering a flying kick to Sunjae's face. He believes Sunjae was the one who got Sol drunk by the pool that night, and now he's causing trouble once more. Sunjae finds himself lying on the ground after the kick, and the Magioli spills into his mouth, causing him to quickly become intoxicated and pass out. This leads to him unexpectedly staying over at Sol's house for the night. While Sunjae, peacefully asleep in Imgeum's room, Sol quietly walks in and directs the fan towards him. She then gently places her hand on his chest to ensure he's breathing, and he drowsily reaches out to hold her hand. As Sol begins to stir, she quickly retreats and ducks under the bed. He soon discovers her hiding spot, and they end up in a tight situation when she silences him by placing her hand over his mouth. Just then, Jum enters the room and, in order to avoid being seen together, Sunjae wraps a blanket around Sol and pulls her into an embrace on the floor. This makes it appear as though he accidentally rolled off the bed and is simply napping on the ground. After Imsal brother falls into a deep slumber, Sol raises her head from Sunjae's chest and cautiously peeks out from under the blanket. Their eyes meet, and they find themselves in close proximity. Just as Sunjae is about to lean in for a kiss, Gum interrupts their moment by asking, "What are you two up to?" They've been caught. Fortunately, there are no consequences for their actions. Both parties then turn to their closest friends for guidance on what steps to take next. Sunji is advised to take it slow with Sol after her recent breakup and not to be too obvious about his feelings for her. On the other hand, Sol's friend points out that Sunjae's interest in her is not surprising, considering how she openly showed her affection towards him. This revelation leaves Sol feeling anxious, as she fears that Sunjae's feelings are solely based on her fangirl behavior, unintentionally leading him on. Now that Sol is aware of her feelings, she's allowing herself to truly experience them instead of just having a distant crush on him like before. Whenever she becomes thoughtful around him, he automatically assumes she's still thinking about Tae-sung. These constant misunderstandings are what make this drama so captivating. Their insecurities make them jump to the worst conclusions, which only leads to more misinterpretations. It's these genuine moments that make the story more entertaining. Tae-sung decides to surprise Sol by showing up unannounced at her house and patiently waiting for her. He brings along the large teddy bear that Sol had given him as a gift. Tae-sung sincerely apologizes to Sol, assuring her that he never intended to use her. He explains that he asked her out because she had expressed her liking for him. Despite his efforts, Sol stands firm in her decision to end their relationship. Distraught, Tae-sung leaves Sol's house and unfortunately gets into a bike accident on his way home, leading to his hospitalization. Sunjae convinces Sol to go on a date with him. They enjoy watching the Olympics on TV and witness the Korean baseball team winning the gold. The atmosphere is filled with excitement, prompting Sunjae to take action. He holds Sol's hand and guides her to a peaceful spot, ready to open up about his emotions. Sunjae gathers his courage and confesses his genuine feelings to Sol. He expresses how his perspective on Rain changed the day he met her and how he has cherished it ever since. Before uttering a word, they receive a phone call from Tae-sung at the hospital, informing them that Sol's mom is also there. This news comes as a complete shock to Sol, as she had believed that her mother was away on a trip with a new acquaintance. It appears that Sol's mom has cancer, and the man was not her date but her doctor. Fortunately, she will undergo surgery soon and recover. This situation brings Sol and Tai Sung closer as they have a heartfelt conversation. She expresses her gratitude for his call and mentions that she is unaware of the scars he carries or the pain he has endured. She encourages him to make the most of his time now so he won't have any regrets later. This is all she can do to her first love. After Ta Sung receives gentle rejection and Imsol's mom starts to recover, it's time to address Sunjae's confession. The following day, when Sol sees Sunjae, she kindly turns down his feelings and requests him to no longer have feelings for her. Sol thinks Sunjae only likes her because she has been sending mixed signals with her immature behavior. She then bursts into tears after turning down Sunjae. Sol is still missing some memories from the night of the accident. However, she recalls a moment involving a set of jingling keys and a taxi driver. It turns out that when she misplaced her phone, a stranger found it. Eventually, he contacts her home looking for her, and her grandmother kindly provides their address for him to return the phone. The day of Sol's tragic accident has finally arrived. She decides to stay indoors to avoid any mishaps. Despite Sanjay's invitation to meet at the park, she declines, but he doesn't see her message. However, when it starts pouring outside and she sees Sanjay heading to the park from her window, she can't resist. Sol has already sensed Sanjay's feelings for her, which began even before she knew him. Unable to bear the thought of him waiting in the rain, she rushes out to meet him. Outside, she suddenly remembers the first time they met when she shielded him with an umbrella. Recalling a radio interview where he spoke about meeting his first love, she realizes it was her. It becomes clear to her that he had feelings for her even before she arrived from the future. As Sol rushes to the park under the rain, she unexpectedly encounters a taxi. It dawns on her that she is facing a serious threat, for it is the very same taxi driver who had kidnapped her before. This man is the one behind her terrible ordeal. Meanwhile, Sanjay heads back from the park as the rain pours down. He notices a taxi driving away from the area where they both reside. The scene concludes with him discovering Saul's yellow umbrella lying on the ground.